Hi and welcome to my channel. So I've got the best news ever today because laws have changed and you can now buy a house in the UK without any money whatsoever. Yes, you may be watching this and you're thinking, Melvis, this is sick, this is crazy. What are you talking about? How can I buy a house with no money? But yes, so there's been the financial crisis. The UK government has now introduced what they called the 0% mortgage, which means that yes, you can't buy a house in the UK with no money. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you all of the requirements that you need, obviously, because they have very strict criteria. And if you have these requirements, then you can buy a house without any money. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're on visa sponsorship in the UK, you can also buy a house, you're also eligible. It is not only for people who are like British or have indefinite leave to remain. So if you're new to my channel, you're very much welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. And I hope that you're going to implement this. So please leave a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will 100% implement this. Because look, owning a house in the UK is the best thing that you can do for yourself. It is the most valuable asset that you're going to have. Because house prices keep going up, and before you know it, it's going to be worth hundreds of thousands more than what you're going to pay into that house. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, like, you don't want to hit that subscribe button, you 100% don't want to be a stranger on here. Turn on the notification button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day, every day, when I drop a new video on here. Also, I do have a free newsletter where I send information about career progression opportunities in the UK, free visa sponsorship opportunities in the UK, whether you want to move to the UK or you're already in this beautiful country and you're looking to switch your visa. Also, I'm very passionate about work from home jobs because many of them pay a whole lot of money and it saves you all the hassle that comes with having a normal job, as well as side business ideas that you can start. But ultimately, career progression is what I'm really passionate about. You know what I mean? Making the most of the best opportunities that this country brings. Myself, I moved to this country, working as a carer in a nursing home. I've now progressed in my career to working as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. It's been hard work, but it's all been worth it in the end. So I have a free newsletter where I send information about all the things I've mentioned directly to your inbox, so you're never reliant on YouTube for such vital information. So if you check the comment section below, you see a link to my free newsletter. I'll send all of those UK updates directly to your inbox. So what's going on with the housing market, the property ladder and everything? Obviously, in the last few years, it's been really difficult for everybody financially. As you know, there's an ongoing financial crisis. Interest rates are over the roof. People are struggling. In fact, I own a house in the UK personally, and my interest rates have gone up really high, which means that my mortgage has almost doubled from when, I first took it out. So being able to buy a house without any money is something that is vital. In fact, when I bought my house years ago, I had to pay at least 20% of the total house price. And look, my house is £300,000. Just so you know, £300,000 is a lot of money. They wanted me to have at least 20% of the total, house price. So you can imagine how much deposit that was. But now with the 0% mortgage, what this means is you don't need that. So what do you need in order to have this? So the first thing that you need is that you've got to be at least 21 years old. So if you're less than 21, you will not be eligible for this particular pathway. And by the way, if you're watching this, you're wondering who I am. So my name is Melvis. I work as an advanced nurse practitioner for the NHS here in England. I'm passionate about career progression. I have a private career coaching program where I support with career progression in the UK. If you're a nurse, carer, midwife, student nurse, prospective student nurse, you want to work in healthcare, clinical, non-clinical healthcare jobs, you're looking for any UK visa sponsorship jobs, free visa sponsorship, where you're not spending thousands of pounds, you're not getting into millions in debt, money that your family is probably going to struggle for years to be able to pay back. Then if you check out my private coaching program, which I've got a link in the description box below, or the about section of this YouTube channel, once you join, I support you with what are the best UK visa sponsorship jobs for your personal circumstances. How do you apply? What are the requirements? How do you position yourself for success? What about your interview preparation, CV reviews, and all of that? So there's quite a lot involved, in the program. You also get the opportunity to meet other members of the program, to learn, to ask your questions, to make sure that you've got a supportive community of like-minded, success-driven individuals that can guide you through your UK journey to success. And by the way, let me just say this. I know one of the best mortgage brokers that there is in the UK. And because I have so many people in my program, I'm able to negotiate absolutely amazing deals for the members. So if you're a member, by the way, and you need to buy a house, like I always say, I have a mortgage broker, financial advisors that you're going to have access to as a member free of charge. They're not going to pay, they won't charge you anything, and they'll be able to assess you and see your eligibility criteria and decide if you're able to get this house. And if you're able to get the house, they're going to do all the paperwork for you free of charge. And that's because I'm able to negotiate all these, because I've got so many people in the program, and it just gives me that flexibility and that ability to look for deals like this. So please do get in contact with me if you're part of the coaching program and you're keen on. Check your nursing community hub as well. It's got all the info on there. So just check it out if you're not a member yet. If you've got any questions, by the way, leave them in the comment section below. I'll be able to answer those questions. You can also see my contacts, check my newsletter in the comment section. You can see my contacts on there. If you've got a question that you're thinking, Melvis, I don't really want to put this on YouTube, again, do feel free to use that. I don't mind at all. So like I was saying, you've got to be at least 21. The second thing is that it's got to be your first house. So if you already own a house in the UK, you cannot be eligible for this pathway. Like me, for example, I already own a house. So if I apply for this, I will not be accepted, which, look, I think is a massive shame because if I could, I would have gone for another house, definitely. So it's got to be your first house in the UK. Then the next thing is that you've got to be renting currently, which means that if you are 22 years old, for example, and you're living with your parents, you will not be eligible for this pathway. You've got to be somebody who is renting, which means that you've got, rents that you're paying every month, yourself, obviously. So that's the next thing that you need. And also, not only that, you've got to have, a year's worth of evidence that you've been paying your rent. Because obviously, as we've said, you don't need any deposit, zero, you don't need any money upfront whatsoever. So it is incredible, something like this, to be able to own a house. Like, it's amazing. So please, if you're watching this, you 100% want to check this out. If you're already in the UK, this is an opportunity you do not want to miss, because let me tell you, this is not going to be around for a long time. Once people rush in, get all these houses, everything is going to change. So please do make hay while the sun shines. When opportunities like this come up, you want to be ready. You want to take them. And if you need, obviously, that personalized, support from myself, then, like I've said, consider joining my private coaching program, because I support with career progression, free visa sponsorship opportunities. What are the best apprenticeships you can do in the UK? How do you position yourself really for success in this country? Because look, many people want to support you, but the reality of it is that people are busy with their own lives in this country. Everybody is so busy. Nobody really has time to stop and say, look, what do you need? How can I support you? But people have got the good intention, but there's just no time. And that's why I dedicate my time and myself to be able to support my members and to bring all these videos to you as well. Because obviously everybody cannot be a member of my program, otherwise it will be too overwhelming. But so that even if you're not part of the program, you've also got access to this information, and you can follow the prompts from these videos and apply. But if you're a member, obviously I can guide you then through that journey, get you those mortgage brokers, those financial advisors, and they'll guide you free of charge through that pathway, so they can own a house in this country without spending any money of yours whatsoever. So we've talked about the criteria. The next thing is that the house that you get, so when you get a house, the mortgage, how much you're paying every month for your mortgage for the house that you're going to get, the money has to either be equal to your rent or less than your rent. Which means that if you're currently paying, say, £1,000, rent every single month, you can take a mortgage for either £1,000 per month or less than 1,000. So if you want a house for, say, I don't know, £1 million, and the mortgage is £2,000, for example, you would not be eligible for this pathway. So how much you're paying for your mortgage is going to, for your rent right now, is going to determine how much you're going to be able to take for the house. So if you can calculate that, how much are you paying for your rent? Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you're in the UK right now, or even if you're out of the UK, how much do you pay every month on rent? And I'll be able to guide you on how much you can take when it comes to that mortgage, and as well as the house price. Because obviously the mortgage, how much you pay for your mortgage, is going to be determined by the house price. So if you're paying, say, 1,000 per month, how much should your house be? So leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll be able to guide you with that information just so you can have some ideas. So that's one thing. The next thing that you need is that you need to have good credit. Look, you need to have good credit record. If you're already in the UK, you know the importance of good credit. Having good credit is something that, if you want me, by the way, to do a whole video on how to get good credit, please leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be able to do that video. Also, if you like this video, it lets me know that you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more of it, because I like to do content that is helpful for you. I like to talk about things that are going to help you with your journey, whether you're already in the UK or still out of this beautiful country, to make your life absolutely amazing, worthwhile coming to this country, and all the joys that come with it. So good credit is something that is amazing. Check out the other videos that I've done on the channel and make sure that you check them out, because they're going to all guide you through this journey to success in the UK. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're still waiting for. Just hit that subscribe button so that when I drop any video on here every single day about all the things I've talked about, you are the first person to absolutely be notified. You don't want to miss out on such information reliant on the YouTube algorithm that is obviously like a yo-yo. Look, you don't want to do that. So check out those other videos that I've done. And if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll be able to answer them for you. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.